defending. I think it's like.
There we are. Everything's cushy now. People deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. As usual, I hope everyone's doing well and safe. I hope everyone's in good spirits. I hope everyone's doing well in terms of their health, physically, mentally, spiritually, and all of those things. You know, one love to the Twitch gang, one love to the DG Nation. Appreciate everybody watching this on the replay on YouTube eventually. I appreciate everyone who supports the Ting people. And obviously, as we approach the end of the year and it's time to sit back and put things into context and look at your progress, I can't lie, people. I appreciate all the support you lot give me. Obviously, for 2022, we're trying to get 10k subs on YouTube. I say subs and I say YouTube. I mean 10k followers or whatever on Twitch, you know, by the end of this time next year, hopefully. And on YouTube, it's still the journey towards 50k, people. It's early in the morning. Allow me, people. We're connected wirelessly. I've just been given an alert. There's an alert on my laptop that I could plug my Ethernet cable in. So, courtesy of the Ethernet adapter for a Mac, I'm plugging it in, people. I'm still here. Don't you worry. You know, you can't see my pretty face at this moment in time, but you can hear this sexy voice. So, for the galley, appreciative, and that. Let me sit right back down. You know, you lot need to get me to these subs quicker, man, because I would like to get an office where there's more space, man. I'm getting way too fat for these tight gaps and grooves. You can't really see with the green screen. Nonetheless, man, I hope everyone's doing well and safe. Morning, right back at you, Ack. So, yeah, throughout the course of this, we're going to cover the Champions League, what's happened, what's not happened, potential ramifications of such and what not. In fact, you know, Champions League qualified teams. And one love to everyone who was over here on Twitch yesterday where we did a watch along. You know, obviously it was quite a good game between Zenit and Chelsea 3-3. You know, Chelsea cocked it up, very complacent. You know, the job was done and they were through. But obviously pissing about now means the difference between who you can and can't get in the Champions League, people. As you lot know, you know, two clubs from the same nation can't play each other. However, obviously, you know, the group winners and the group runners up, there's eligibility, people. So we're going to get into that in just a second, people. But just before that, I thought, let me try and kill two birds with several stones, people. Apparently, Marcelo Flores, the young 18-year-old Arsenal man, has made his debut for Mexico in the 2-2 draw against Chile. Now, first things first, that's a proud moment for him and his family. And, you know, I'm sure there's been many proud moments, you know, signing a pro deal, getting a scholarship, signing for Arsenal, being called up to train with Mexico, playing for Mexico. And by God's grace, the young Marcelo and his family, not just this, they see a lot more. For Mexico, again, I don't know if it was a friendly. I very much doubt it was an official FIFA recognized game. I could be wrong, but if it is, more luck to them, because, you know, they've tied him down. As you know, this is a man that I think can play for Spain. I'm pretty sure he's eligible for Canada, England, and obviously Mexico. So is what it is. I don't know if Marcelo Flores is going to make the grade at Arsenal. I think he has a good chance. I think there's a lot he needs to work on. You know, I think I do like him as a footballer. I like how he's good technically. He knows how to score goals. You know, he when things are going tough, he rolls his sleeves up and keeps going. Obviously, he's good technically. You know, he's a bit like a Duracell battery. He's always buzzing around and putting in work, people, you know, despite not being the biggest or most imposing of frame. So happy to see him play for Mexico, and by God's grace, there's many more sort of opportunities for him, people, where that is concerned. And obviously for Arsenal, it means, you know, we've got someone that obviously, you know, there's money to be made. You know, we've got an Estonian keeper who's been called up. We've got Flores, you know, they've been given a look on the international scene before they've even, you know, cut their teeth at Arsenal at any level, you know. And to be fair, it's a movie for him because, you know, you've got Tato Martino coaching you, you know, former Barca man. You know, Mexican manager Gerard Tato Martino said there will need to be patience with Marcelo Flores, people. Marcelo Flores awakens the hope that all spectators have. He's a different player who always asks for the ball. Exactly, like I just said, he wants the ball. And as I said, he was also eligible for England, Canada, and Mexico. He did quite well in the youth tournament for Mexico in the Revelations Cup. They've already known about him and know what he's on, but I suspect that's probably been the, you know, the icing on top of the cake that made them think, all right, cool, let's cap this 18-year-old before we potentially miss out. And for him, it's great, you know, the pathway's there, you know. God, you haven't made no senior inroads in football, so you can't really cry. You know, you can't, you know, you're probably not going to get a look in for England. Canada could call you up, and Canada got a number of decent players. They qualified for a World Cup. I don't think a man that's, you know, playing under 18s football and making inroads to the 23s would go to the World Cup. But nonetheless, you've got an opportunity, people. As you know, he was included in the provisional squad for Canada's 2021 Gold Cup, people. So he's someone that's been on the lips of a lot of players. So countries, sorry. Apparently, there are possibilities when asked if the current players can be called up for the qualifiers. So, yeah, shout out to young, you know, Martino for doing his thing. You know, long may it continue. Hopefully, there's more sort of, you know, good moments for him and his family. But in relation to that one there is done. So that's Marcelo Flores, people. We might as well talk about the Champions League. You know, it's only right that we do we review the Champions League. Now, obviously, Game week 6 was played yesterday. It's done now. It's been said, gone now. It doesn't really matter. If you look at the group winners, you know, Group A, you've got Manchester City. Group B, you have Liverpool. C, you have Ajax. D, you have Real Madrid. E, you have Bayern Munich. F, you've got Manchester United. The exception of Man United is because of Villarreal and Atalanta's game being affected by the weather. They're going to play that today. Lille, who won their group, and Juventus, who pipped it at the expense of Chelsea. Chelsea had a good Champions League campaign, but as I said, crazy game against Zenit yesterday, took their foot off the gas, and at the end of the day, they're through, and that's the main goal. But you never know who you could get. Now, the Champions League goalposts have been moved to the degree it doesn't really matter if you win or don't. You know, you buck all of the big teams earlier. There's not really a way to navigate. Of course, there's teams you would rather. You know, and indirectly, you know, Chelsea might be helped out because we do know for the next round, you know, Chelsea, you know, the European champions, the only ones who didn't win their group and, you know, and whatnot. They can't draw City now. They can't draw Liverpool and they can't draw United, but they leave themselves susceptible now. If I'm a Chelsea fan, best case scenario, you can't rule out any teams. I'm probably looking, to be fair, do you really want to buck Ajax with Hallier in great form and Ten Hag? I would say just in terms of the stature, I would want to play Ajax. I would want to play Lille. There's not really, you can't play the English teams. Real Madrid, you got Carlo Ancelotti and experienced players. Bayern Munich, I don't think anyone wants to draw them. You know, I don't know if Chelsea can actually draw Juventus again. I don't think so. But yeah, you'd probably want Lille or Ajax out of both of them, really and truly. So yeah, that's the group winners. That's the group winners. You've got runners up in PSG, Atletico Madrid, Sporting Lisbon, Inter Milan, Benfica, you know, Villarreal or Atalanta. So United have won their group. Salzburg, you know, who did quite well with Karim Adeyemi FC, and you've obviously got Chelsea. So again, there's some interesting matchups and stuff in terms of the group winners, you know, in terms of the runners up. If I was a big team like Bayern Munich in that, I would fancy PSG, to be fair with you, but I'm sure no one wants PSG. I think Atletico are there for the taking, but nonetheless, nobody really wants Atletico. I think Inter, you know, the team stature there is massive, but you know, I don't think it'd be the end of the world if you draw them. Sporting away will probably be a tricky fixture, but nonetheless, I'm sure it'd be confident. People should be beating Benfica, but everybody's here on merit. Unai Emery's Villarreal or Gasperini's Atalanta, you should be beating them, but again, you don't know. Salzburg, you probably think the last round of 16 is where they're done. And then obviously you've got Chelsea, where respectfully, again, with the exception of the English clubs, I don't think Munich want to draw them yet. I don't think Madrid want to draw them. Yeah, it'd be good. You know, Carlo Ancelotti returning, you know. Wouldn't mind Thomas Tuchel against Bayern Munich, you know, return to Germany there. You know, Ajax versus Chelsea, Hakim Ziyech derby. You know, I think the best sheg I would say for all these clubs would be if Ajax draw Salzburg and Lille draw Benfica or something like that. I think everybody gets shagged in that regard. So it's interesting to see who the next, you know, who will be, you know, who will be playing who really and truly. And obviously, commiserations if you haven't gone through in the Champions League. You know, better yet, we should look at how the final Champions League group stages. I see that Renato Sanchez question, broski. We'll get into that. I'm going to cover that at 11:30, you know, as well. I'll send the link in a sec. But let's just get through the Champions League business right now. Don't think you've been aired. So, yeah, when it's all said and done, with the exception of Villarreal, Atalanta, which has been delayed by 24 hours, Group A finishes Man City top, PSG second, Leipzig into the Europa League, Club Brugge fourth. Group B, apologies. Liverpool, as you expect, to be fair with you, you know, AC Milan in terms of stature, you'd expect them to bag first and third. In reality, this was probably what many people expected. Porto into the Europa League, Atletico and Liverpool marching on. And then you've got Milan, you know, Group C, which was quite an open group and had some entertaining games. Besiktas were part of some entertaining games. Dortmund didn't do enough, and they're probably expected to go through. They're in Europa League. Sporting did their thing. Ajax, Sporting, Dortmund, Besiktas. You know, Group D, as you were, the only shock would probably be Sheriff Pippin, Shakhtar into the Europa League spot. Real Madrid into Sheriff the next, Shakhtar the next. Scrolling down Group E, Barca touching Europa League football. And, you know, it's like my guy B is saying, Barca versus West Ham, you know. Boy, can Xavi and Cole do it on a cold night in Stratford? I don't know. We're going to have to see. And considering, you know, that's 15 minutes on the train from Meridian Water / Northumberland Park, my neck of the woods. You know, might have to go and try and do that one there. Kiev are out. Benfica through. Bayern Munich, as you were expected. And, you know, Bayern Munich didn't even have to get out of first gear, and they absolutely dealt with Barcelona. We're going to talk about the results soon. Group F, you know, shout out to Manchester United, you know, because obviously I forgot his name, Zayn. I can't say his name. Is it Iqbal? I can't say his name, but he's half Pakistani, half Iraqi, and I think he's the first Asian-based player to play for Man United at that level, which is a good look. Respectfully to him, I hope he goes on all the way, but there could be the next, you know, the first Asian player to play for England, you know, the next Lionel Messi might come from Bethnal Green or something like that. You know, what I love with that is he's inspiring greatness. There's a little boy that might not have thought he could be a footballer, but he has seen someone that looks like him and reflects him and from the same reality that gives him the drive to achieve his goals, and the rest are said elsewhere. And I think you need to see people that look like you on the TV and whatnot at times to believe you can make it, whether you're man, woman. You know, I don't like this word BAME, but BAME background, so obviously Black and African Caribbean, the many different sort of Asian nationalities and many different other minorities. So shout out to him, shout out to everyone else for making their debuts and things. And Greenwood scored a great goal. So yeah, it did their thing there. Man United, Villarreal, Atalanta, Young Boys. Group G, Lille, Salzburg, Sevilla into Europa League, and Wolfsburg. Group H, Chelsea shanked it on the last day of the season, people. Of the last game of the week, sorry. Juventus, Chelsea, Zenit, and Malmo. Zenit, good performance from them, sees them go into the Europa League, people. If I remove that and we talk about the fixtures now, people, I screenshotted the final fixtures. Champions League, find it, make sure this tea don't go cold. One love to you lot tuned in, people. As usual, it's appreciative each and every time. Make sure we're following and the rest of it and all that good stuff. You know, make sure you join me at 11:30 over there on Twitch. On that, I said I would send the link. You know, I got to stop saying I will and actually do that. So let's try and do that right now. Is this a tab? Yeah, we can work with this. Let's go into live. And obviously, people, I'm going to be playing Football Manager. I think it says 4 p.m. That's subject to change. It could be 3, it could be 2, but from 2 to 4, make sure you're pre in it. But yeah, that's the link. You know, we're going to go live after this and speak Wijnaldum and any other things that are with Arsenal. You know, Pepe's been linked with a move away in January. Yeah, I know. Don't get enough of that. But in relation to the last 2 days of Champions League group stage football, where this week is concerned, I'm sure you all saw Leipzig 2, Manchester City 1, because we did a watch along for it, people. Now that game was crazy. You know, Kyle Walker, a bit of a dud with that tackle. There was no need. I think Andre Silva had a good game. Szoboszlai takes the show, and Konku here and there. But collectively, Leipzig did their thing. I think the only thing that spoils it is there was no fans to kind of roar them on, and that. For City, it just looked like they couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, and they looked frustrated. So credit to Leipzig, who have just recently sacked their manager. PSG defeated Club Brugge 4-1, a brace for Kylian Mbappe and a brace for Messi. Good camaraderie from Mbappe to let Messi take the penalty, and it was a great strike, Messi's first one. Club Brugge out. Ajax won 4-2 against Sporting, and, you know, Anthony scored, Neres scored, the Brazilian boys were at it, Halia scored, and he's trying to go for the golden boot, really and truly. There was 2 red cards where Atletico and Porto are concerned. You know, Atletico won 3-1. Griezmann, Correa, and De Paul. Carrasco was sent off for Porto. Inter lost 2-0 against Real Madrid. Toni Kroos with a banger. Asensio adding to the score sheet. Milan lost 2-1 to Liverpool. Again, a heavily rotated Liverpool squad did the job. Diego Origi and Mohamed Salah cancelled out a Tomori opener. You know, Kessié got absolutely chopped by Nat Phillips. I'm sure you've all seen that. And for Arsenal fans, I know you lot waffle about Kessié, and I would love him at the club. He's almost a carbon copy of Thomas Partey. Shakhtar and Sheriff drew 1-1. Dortmund ran riot and won 5-0, and you all saw Haaland coming off that bench and what he was bringing to the table. Former Arsenal lad Daniel Marlon, Royce got 2 and Haaland got 2. It's not enough because despite winning 5-0, they're tasting Europa League football. Juventus won a goal to nil courtesy of Moise Kean against Malmo. Benfica won 2-0 against Kiev, and even if Benfica won, even if Barca won yesterday, it wouldn't have meant nothing because Benfica would have went through. Really, there would have been goal difference would have started to get into it. Even if Barca drew, Barca had to win. Yesterday to get something on that topic of Barcelona. I'm sure you all saw it. The only good thing I would say with Barca is you're seeing, Ricky P come on, Nico Gonzalez come on. You've got Gavi there, Pedri and Fati didn't play, but they're fit. Mingueza. Other than that, it was terrible. Peach of a goal by Sane. Lovely build-up play in the relation to Muller's goal. Barcelona is just like Xavi was saying, their level is Europa League at this moment in time, and that's even being kind. Again, with respect, Busquets and PK are two. The age catches up with everyone. They can lead, but not lead in another way. Hit them two and Dani Alves have to lead in a different way. They need better quality players. I think the pace hold-up play was good. It's all down the toilet where Barca are concerned. Outclassed, outmatched. Davis got an assist, but he had a poor game, I felt. Sane, what a goal. Sane could have added a bit more. He could have had a hat-trick of his own, really. So it was pretty damning from Barcelona, if I'm honest with you. Man United and Young Boys drew 1-1. A late equaliser in the first half, 42nd minute by Young Boys cancelled out the great strike from Greenwood in the 9th minute, sorry. Salzburg won a goal to nil against Sevilla. Lille won 3-1 against Wolfsburg. Former Man United man Angel Gomez scored along with Yilmaz and Jonathan David. Boy, Chelsea 3, Zenit 3, and I mean, it was a crazy game, but, I can't lie. Chelsea, for about 10, 20 minutes in the opening game, they wouldn't let Zenit out their half. It looked like they were going to run riot, and they scored in the second minute and just really took their foot off the gas, really. Other than that, Zenit started to put together some good moves. I know there was a bit of rotation, but uncharacteristically, Chelsea were way too open defensively. When they conceded, they almost conceded that the same identical goal against the run of play once again, and they were being cut open before. Obviously, Chelsea, it looked like they did enough to come back from behind. Werner had a good game and win 3-2, but it was a terrific strike to go past Kepa. And to be honest, Kepa should be thanked because it could have been, a different game if Kepa never made 2 big saves. Former Barcelona man Malcolm showed why he's probably at Zenit, if I'm honest with you. So, yeah, and obviously Claudinho scored, Lukaku and Werner bracing a Lukaku goal. I mean, the one positive is your strikers are scoring and you're still free. But if you look at the statistics, 18 shots from Zenit, 13 from Chelsea. Zenit had 7 on target. Chelsea had 8. Obviously, Chelsea are going to edge it on passes and possession. But considering the golf in class, this is another lesson of, obviously, if Chelsea played them 10 times, they're going to win 9 times. But this shows that, and I guess I would love Arsenal to look at it, regardless of who the other teams got and all these things. If you turn up, if you're accountable, if you're brave, you have half a chance in football. So I would like my club to take heed of that, if I'm completely honest with you. So yeah, man, the Champions League's been quite decent. On the topic of the Champions League as well, folks, people, as I said, Zidane Iqbal becomes the first British South Asian player in club's history after the Champions League appearance. First things first, regardless of his nationality, man's making his debut as a professional footballer. That's an achievement in itself. Man's playing for Man United and is playing in the Champions League. That's like 3 dreams in one. And obviously, he's doing the thing for South Asia and whatnot. And I know we live in a world where there's obvious racism, but people sit here and I think it's very blasé when they say, I don't see color, I don't see this, I don't see that. You do see color. You have to see color. Racist people say they don't see color, and when it's time to say something, they're gonna call man you effing this and that, or if he was black, you effing this and that. And I think personally, again, I can't speak for British Asians, but whether you're Asian, whether you're Caribbean, whether you're Black African or Caribbean or whatever nationality, personally, I feel that whole we don't see color and that color blindlessness. It's a bit insulting because we should celebrate everybody's rich culture. again, I live in North London. We've got a fantastic melting pot of black people, white people, English people, Welsh, Irish, Turkish, Kurdish, Greek, Bangladeshi, Pakistani, all these sort of things. It's a good melting pot, and it's Somali, and it's very diverse. And I think that's like life, man. Obviously, man lives in Manny. You look around the ground, at Old Trafford historically, you see a lot of Asian fans. You do see 1-2 Asian physios and that, but where the footballers are at, you don't see any, and that's a shame. How many of you could sit here and say you don't know you got Asian friends that love football and football crazy? So there should be Asian footballers. I don't know why it isn't the case, but this is a long way. And as I said, respectfully, Zidane, I don't know if you're going to go on away from your nationality. I don't know if you're going to go on and be a Premier League footballer or anything. You might end up at Rochdale, but there might be an Asian footballer who's going to be the next Lionel Messi or the first Asian player to captain England or captain a Champions League winning team. He might be 3 years of age right now, or he doesn't even know he's going to do that. But from seeing this, there's inspiration there. So that's a fantastic. So first things first, is fantastic for him. Probably in years to come, the 18-year-old will deep how big this is, but fantastic for him, man, and fantastic for the family and all these people involved. On the topic of Kyle Walker's silly red card, Pep Guardiola says Kyle Walker's red card was not necessary and it was a silly foul for him to make. Let's scroll all the way down. Obviously, he kicked out at Andre Silva. Just trying to find the actual part, people. Well, he said it was stupid. Oh, here it is. He said it was a red card. Definitely, I'm not coming here to say what happened in the dressing room. So, yeah, Pep Guardiola let him have it in the dressing room. Ralph Rangnick says Mason Greenwood is a massive talent but needs to develop physically. Does that mean in terms of strength or being able to play week in, week out with them high physical levels? I'm not too sure. Yeah, let's see. He wants him to develop physically and mentally. Mentally, of course, the young 18, 19, 20-year-olds got a lot to do. I said, I think, and to be honest, this is the guy he needs, because Ralph Rangnick don't care how good you are. Many people will gas Mason Greenwood because he's a talent. Ralph Rangnick sees what you can be. I think today he also showed not only the quality because of that beautiful goal, but also the way he set up the opportunity for Juan Mata was brilliant. He's a massive talent, best finisher at Man United, in my opinion. Left foot, right foot, good on the ball, and someone that, for me, I know Southgate said he's been chatting to his family. He should always be in the England squad. Him, Foden, Saka, these sort of guys, England squad. Also, the way that he set up the goal for Fred on Sunday, so it's all about continuity. He has to develop physically, but technically for his age, he's great. He is. It's just about mental and physical now. He's got the technical aspect. My job is to develop him, to make an athlete out of him. And if he manages to do that, he can become a regular player for this club, which is true, people. And he's worked with fantastic young players. So if Greenwood's had a fantastic education, I'm sure he was there when Jose's there. Forget Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as a manager, just in terms of him working as a striker. You've got Ronaldo and Cavani, you've got Ralph Rangnick, you've got on top of being at Man United and the facilities and that, him and all them young players have everything that many people would dream of. So if you don't take the advice and don't make it count, then you've only got yourself to blame, in my opinion. Xavi fumes at Bayern Munich defeat and exit. As you know, Barcelona failed to reach the knockout stages of the Champions League for the first time since 2003-04. 2 years later, they went and won it by cheating against Arsenal. We have to start to get Barca back where they belong, which is not in the Europa League. This is also a hammer blow for me as a coach. Of course, your pride as a player, as a coach, you can't complain. You was out there in the Middle East. You can't cry about being in Europa League. You ain't done nothing as great as you might be. You lot got popped. Bayern dominated us. We always want to dominate, but it was an opposite here. We must demand more. We're Barca. This must be a point of inflection to change the dynamic and many more things. This is the Champions League, but this is also our reality. It's the situation we're in. I'm angry. This is the reality, and it pees me off. We have to tackle it face on. There's nothing else for it. A new era starts today. We start from zero. Our objective is the Champions League, not the Europa League, but that is our reality now, and we have to try and win it. Busquets said they have the quality to do such. I've seen how tough the reality is. I hope we would compete against Bayern. Compete better. Bayern are better. That's the reality. But we're going to work hard and give our all so that this doesn't happen again. It's a feeling of helplessness. We have to start to get Barca back where they belong, which is not in the Europa League. This is also a hammer blow for me as a coach. We will work hard to bring Barca back, but we have a lot of change, of course. As you know, this is Barca face Osasuna, Elche, Sevilla before the league break, and they trail Real Madrid by 16 points. So, it's all terrible where Barcelona are concerned, and I can't say, you know, I can't say I have any sympathy, really and truly. So it is what it is. That page is down. No clue why. Away from that, Lyon have been docked a point over Dimitri Payet bottle incident as Marseille game is rearranged to be played behind closed doors, people. You know, hooliganism is making its way right back where French football is concerned. We'll cover Wijnaldum at 11:30. Brazil, apparently, you know, Pele will be at home, you know, for Christmas, which is good. But allegedly yesterday, apparently he was hospitalized again. We saw well, 2 days, well, you know, yesterday it came out, you know, he's got a colon tumor. So we're wishing Pele a speedy recovery. David Moyes says West Ham may need to look to sign a defender in January to fix defensive crisis. David Moyes, we got that Pablo Marie, we got that Callum Chambers, we got things here. Make sure you shout us. We got things here for you. We got things here for you. You know, Kurt Zuma's obviously been injured. Make sure you shout Arsenal. And we obviously spoke about that Pep Guardiola thing. So with that, I think that covers the Champions League segment of our live stream, people. One love to you lot. So yeah, and some other news quickly as well, people. As you lot know, oh sorry, where's all my things I was cutting for you lot, people? You know, apparently Real Madrid emerging as favourites to sign Antonio Rudiger for free with no fresh Chelsea talks held. Apparently those close to the situation believe he is gone. Real Madrid are growing in confidence that Chelsea defender Antonio Rudiger will sign a pre-contract with them in Jan and join on a free next summer. I mean, if they could get Mbappe, Pogba and him on for free, what a signing that would be. While reports that Rudiger has already agreed an informal offer with the La Liga club are premature, they are now open to doing such. They are now one of the favourites to secure his signature. As you know, his deal runs out at the end of the season. He can talk to teams for free in January. It's understood that no talks with Chelsea have taken place since the club made an offer worth 140k a week in August. So August, September, October, November, December. That's about 4 or 5 months. So that tells you Chelsea are firmly on the case of finding the next striker, defender, whether that's going for Jules Okonde again or whatever, people. Allegedly, Rudiger is looking for closer to 200k a week. So it means there's a 60k a week difference for the 28, 29-year-old people. 28 better yet. And, you know, that's your last kind of offer chance at a big contract, people. Chelsea are not looking to negotiate a higher sum as things stand. Apparently, sources revealed that the 28-year-old is on 90 bags a week, which is around a third of what his teammates Timo Werner and Kai Havertz are earning. A number of other clubs are keen to acquire Rudiger, including Bayern Munich, and they are prepared to pay Rudiger more than Chelsea are. So apparently, all possibilities remain open, you know, and chances of staying have been ruled out. But right now, it's looking brazy. Allegedly, you know, Tottenham will ask the Premier League to postpone their game against Brighton due to, you know, their emerging COVID-19. As you lot know, you know, I think the training ground's been locked off at Spurs. They're having a torrid time. You know, we've seen Willy won't he? The game with Rennes is going ahead. Rennes was saying it is. They're saying it's not. Apparently, it was, you know, Rennes found out 75 minutes after landing in England that the game's not being played tomorrow, which is today, people. You know, from a human point of view, it's only right that these games get postponed. You know, it looks like up to 7 players and at least 2 coaching staff members of Spurs. Now, I'm sure they're going to have multiple tests and some will say they're positive, some will say they're negative, but it leaves Spurs without a significant playing squad, which is quite sad. So I do think that they should be given that. You know, Rennes apparently have called the postponement an unilateral decision, which has not been confirmed by UEFA in any way and referred to a lack of fair play, which is a bit sad, really. Apparently, a statement from Spurs said, "We can confirm that our Europa Conference League Group G home game against Rennes will not take place tomorrow after a number of positive COVID-19 cases at the club. Discussions are ongoing with UEFA and we shall provide an update on this." And that's probably got to be played before the end of the year, which makes it difficult for Spurs, really and truly. And I'm sure you've all seen the whole COVID passports which have been released, which have been announced by Boris Johnson in relation to going to Premier League grounds and all of those sort of things yesterday. So it is what it is. Should we look at some other transfer news as well, since we're on the topic of that? You know, I didn't actually plan on speaking about Rudiger until last, but you know, we had to freestyle a thing, so why not? Rudiger to Madrid. We started at 250, so we see what's going on with the transfer. Even Brendan Williams gets paid more than Rud. Brendan Williams is on more than 190k a week. Shout out to the Man United and Norwich loanee. That's a mazza. Really, really and truly. In fact, Lingard, the wage structures are different, but Lingard's on 150k. That's more than Rudiger. You know, I'm sure in every industry there's individuals who deserve to earn more. But in life, it's not what you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. Look at Kolasinac. Does he look like someone that needs 100 bags a week? But they fleeced us, you know. With him, Bundesliga at the time, Bundesliga left back of the year, free transfer, boom, boom, boom. It's what you can finesse. Just like how you see certain players on pennies and certain players on pounds. Just like how you see from a purely footballing point of view, you see a lot of footballers who are technically good, but they never get good moves and whatnot. And you see some rubbish players play for top teams, people, because of thingy, their agents. I mean, I don't know whether to believe the Brandon Williams one, but G1 has contested it and said he's on 50-60. Which ain't that far, anyways. Ain't that far away from what Rudiger's earning. But I mean, considering that Chelsea, he should earn a lot more, man, really and truly. Because he's one of their key players. Obviously, when you look at transfer news, I think that's one that we can cover in the next live stream. But you know, Juventus, Wales and Juventus midfielder Aaron Ramsey could be on his way to Everton. You've actually heard apparently Arsenal want to bring him back, and Newcastle are looking at him. Apparently, Calvin Phillips will turn down a move to Manchester United in favour of joining Liverpool. Several Chelsea players are unhappy. The club has not extended Azpilicueta's contract. I hear it. You know, Azpilicueta is probably part of the furniture, but they ain't got time for that. It's not a social club. And Azpilicueta time catches up. He's a fantastic leader, and there's many things, but his legs are gone. He's not in their strongest team, really and truly. So it makes sense why this is happening, really, if I'm completely honest with you. And to be fair for Azpilicueta, move to Barcelona, I think they need someone like him, if I'm honest with you. If you're going to sign Dani Alves, let's make sure we talk about that tomorrow. We've been linked with Szoboszlai. Daniela Riggani's been linked to West Ham. As we just spoke about, West Ham are prioritizing a defender. Ralph Rangnick has said he is looking forward to working with the Uruguayan Edison Cavani for the rest of the season. He's been linked with moves away. I don't know what Pjanic has been doing, but he's hit a new low. It says Besiktas want to terminate the season-long loan of Miralem Pjanic and send the Bosnia and Herzegovina midfielder back to Barcelona. But, you know, Flamengo want to re-sign Pablo Mari, but apparently Edu does not want to sell him. But for what reason, man? Apparently AC Milan have joined the race to sign Sev Botman, with Liverpool and Newcastle giving chase. Apparently, Nat Phillips has said he wants the chance to play more first-team football. That would be a good move for him at West Ham, and he's improved technically. But yeah, man, you ain't really got a chance of regular football where Liverpool are concerned, if I'm honest with you. Let's go on to goal.com and see some more transfer stuff. Arsenal linked with Richarlison. Allow it, man. Yeah, right. You know, how many man you might as well link us with Czech Tolson now, innit? And it completes being linked with Liverpool with Everton players, really. We're gonna keep just being linked with every player who turns up against us. I hear it. Fair play, but it don't make sense to me. Fair enough. You know, how fair. I don't know why the screen hasn't been shared, people, but yeah, man, Arsenal plot Richarlison move, as you lot can see. Phillips to snub United for Liverpool. Arsenal interested in Vasquez. That did not bang. Did it bang? That did not bang. That could be something for 11:30. Sorry, folks, man, I'm being selfish. Domenico Tedesco has been announced as the new Leipzig gaffer, replacing Jesse March. You know, Bayern Munich chairman has revealed the club considered signing Dybala before his move to Juventus. I mean, everybody liked him, you know. Everybody liked him at Palermo, and he alternates between ups and downs. That means he's a bit soft, in my opinion, and Dybala is that. I don't know for this Lucas Vasquez thing. Apparently, Barcelona have been linked with Halia. I mean, why would you want to play Europa League? He's in the Champions League. Real Madrid are exploring a loan move for Dani Almo with an obligation to buy. As you lot know, Azpilicueta, isn't playing, and Atletico and Barcelona are allegedly looking at him. Allegedly, Fiorentina will complete the signing of Icone in the next few days. Meeting scheduled with Lille to prepare paperwork for 15 million euros plus future sell-on percentage. And you'd imagine, PSG are going to stand to make a decent little change on that move there, because obviously he used to be there. Not that PSG need finances and whatnot. But yeah, I don't really rate Kone like that. I think he's decent. I could be wrong, but I don't really think he's messed. Dortmund have made direct contact with Adeyemi. Dortmund will be a fantastic club for him to go to. We've been linked with Richarlison. We've already spoke about it, that stuff going on in America. That's that in relation to that transfer news, folks. So make it read into that what you want. What else have we got here? What else you lot saying, man? Phil Jones won at life, bit harsh. The Glazer tried to put his value by giving him a new contract because he's an English Premier League winning centre back. Now man's running down his 100. You know what? After I don't care when players earn a lot of money because yeah, you can waffle about it and say this and that, but in the grand scheme of things, all of these club owners and these people, they're crooks. So they might as well, they might as well. And again, Phil Jones isn't, again, he's not worth 100K. He's not getting paid 100K if United are not making how much money in general, and that goes for other clubs. So I don't really care about this. Why are Chelsea letting their first team players leave? Pay him the fees. It's going to cost them more to replace him anyways. Probably, but maybe they didn't. He hasn't always been in the looks of the squad. And again, there is raise structures. I'd pay Rudiger the money he deserves, but it all depends where they see him. Again, if they could bring in Conde or any of the centre halves they were linked with, I don't know. I can't lie. It feels good to see Barca melt down after years of corruption. Trust. Xavi might be another Arteta. It's down for him to make sure that isn't a thing. Big up yourself all the way locked in from South Africa. Shout out to you lot, wherever you lot are, man. Antonio scoring at the new camp scenes. Bro, Antonio's first touch at the new campus scenes. We've reportedly bid 26 million for Renato Sanchez. What's your take on him? Decent player. I don't think he necessarily solves anything at our club. I'm not going to sit here and lie, but I do like him. Obviously, he's a good player, can carry a ball, can pass, fits in with what we've got, seems to be finding his feet. We've got little to no options in midfield, so bring it, is what I would say, if I'm completely honest with you. Mad that them bums Havertz and Werner are on more than him. I'd be fuming too. That's harsh. To be fair, bro, Rudiger's entitled to demand that, if I'm honest with you, I'm a key player. I'm doing my thing. When you look at me, there's talk of Thiago Silva new deal, but I'm 28 years of age. I'm going to be here for a significant period of time. I've got 4 or 5 years. Obviously, the age I'm at, I want to see something. Listen, we've got to remember he wasn't born in England. He's someone that's come up from Germany, played in Italy, played in Germany before. This could be another, and England. He could want another adventure. If Bayern Munich asks for you, can't say no. He can leave Chelsea with his head held high. He's won the Champions League. I understand it really and truly. And I would say uncharacteristically for Chelsea, it feels like there's too many contract stuff running down. But Chelsea only, for me, based on what I've seen from Chelsea, I think that's their decision made. Now, obviously, it might not be, but they don't normally let deals run down. And it looks like they're going to get over the line over Christensen, and Thiago Silva's a bit different. But you look at them, the 3 names I've just said, throwing Aspilicueta, it's a bit brazy. There's going to be a lot of free transfers for clubs to look at. Facts. I never understood why people care so much about players' wages, especially when the owners have the bank to pay. It's because you need a mental capacity to consider that people can only comment on what they see. People can only have an opinion on what they see. They see footballers. They don't see all these guys. Like, obviously, people know Kroenke's face. People know the Glazers, but, the Glazers could walk around, Manchester a lot more freer than a Phil Jones or somebody like that, and many other examples. Kolasinac can't, Kroenke could probably, maybe not, but stroll around. Kolasinac can't. How did Reece James look in midfield? Competent. He did his thing. He recycled the ball well. He did what he could, but it was a poor day at the office for Chelsea where everything's concerned. Chelsea just looked mad complacent. They knew there was a level ahead of Zenit. People were not doing the basics, taking extra touches, doing things that you wouldn't do if you needed 3 points in the Premier League. And when you do that and you don't kill off teams, this is where you end up. That's the thing you get at. They might as well, but again, they've been linked with Conde and these guys. I could understand it if they want to free up a space because, again, things could have been different. If Rudiger's form wasn't like this, if Chalobah never took his chance, it might highlight the need for a centre half more. I'd personally give Rudiger the money. 140 doesn't seem like it's gonna break the thing and whatnot, really and truly. That's less than double. Considering he's 28, he's a leader. You've got him for a significant period of time. I guess it all comes down to how Thomas Tuchel or Chelsea rate him. No matter how good he's playing, if you man don't rate him that much, then it's not that deep. which probably means Chelsea probably should have got rid last summer. But who knows? Maybe they tried to do that and Rudiger done what many players should do when their deal's running down, whether it's Lingard, Pogba, to a lesser degree, Eddie Nketiah and Lacazette. There's no point moving a year before your deal unless you want to. You can either sit on your hands or, you know, you can do what Rudiger's doing, playing well. Everybody's interested, Carl. You got Bayern Munich, a chance to go home and a chance to cop another league title. You could stay at Chelsea. They've won the Champions League. Thomas Tuchel, a fellow German, seems to be doing wavy things. Real Madrid is Real Madrid. They're building the team again. The chance to say you've played for Real Madrid don't come around too many times. You can't really turn that down. It all depends on what Rudiger's after. And if I was 28 years of age, which that's me in 2 years, if I was in his situation, I would, you got to think about everything. I'm sure he feels comfortable in England at Chelsea, but as I said, finances are important. Man are not footballers forever. And he comes from the ends in Germany, so he understands, you know, man need financial freedom. Get paid what you're worth in any job, you know. In any job, if you feel you're underpaid, Rudiger's one of the first names on the team sheet, been pivotal, looks a completely different player under Lampard. I would want to get paid what I'm worth. So there's that option. There's a, you know, a one last adventure, you know, like in many working environments. Who's to say Rudiger's doesn't feel complacent and he needs something new and all them things there. So I don't know. What I do know is Chelsea will have a replacement, you know, whether that's from their academy or whatever. Like I like Levi Colwill. I don't know if his Huddersfield loan is enough for the young 18-year-old to get a look in immediately, but I think he'll play for England one day and Chelsea's first team if by God's grace everything happens. I really believe in Levi Colwill's abilities, man. He's got a lovely, very, 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 very cultured left foot. He's a good marker. You know, he's a good on the ball. He can fill in at left back, can play in a back three, can play in a four. Strong physically, leadership. Obviously, a lot of the things he needs to improve come with his age. You know, sometimes he's caught flat-footed, the marking, the overall street smartness. There's a bit of polishing that needs to be done. But, you know, that young lad at Huddersfield, you know, I think it won't be long before all Chelsea fans know about him. But I'm not here to say he's going to be the next this, that, and the other. I just think the man's a very good player, if I'm completely honest with you. You know, like I said, I do think he'll play for England one day in Chelsea's first team. And today I didn't even know. I actually forgot I did a video on Charlie Savage, the son of Robbie Savage. Shout out to him for making his debut. I only remembered because I see people commenting on it on my YouTube page. It's crazy. Off topic. 68. And the thing is, everyone's going to know Chelsea need a centre-half. That's the thing. Everyone knows you need a centre-half. And it all depends what they do, man. I'm sure Thomas Tuchel wants a centre-half. I'm sure he wants a lot of things. Don't forget to subscribe with Amazon Prime for free. You know the thing. And obviously, after this, we're going back over to YouTube where there's a bunch of Arsenal topics, or better yet, transfer nonsense to go over, which I'll have a link for you in a sec. I've got too many tabs open, man. Way too many tabs. Excitement. They should know about him. I'm just saying if they don't, they should get to know, man. I've been saying that there's talented players coming through all the time. And I'm sure many casual fans know, but I'm sure there's fans, rightly so, who until you play in the first team, there's not much of a thing. You know, there's not really any bad kept secrets. So yeah, as I said, if Chelsea fans don't know about him, they're gonna get to know about him. But let the man develop. Man said DG to Madrid in 2023. You heard it here first. Why not, man? Real Madrid fan TV, anything, man. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Shout out to Wavy Davy. What a name, man. It's just, I don't know why, but my phone's just, it doesn't always do it, but sometimes it tells me when you lot have followed me on Twitch. So shout out to Wavy Davy. What a name. I just clocked what you're wearing. What's got you on the BVB thing today? Do you know what? Yeah, you lot love my guy, but you lot pee me off. You lot never let me live, man. I just thought, let me throw on my hoodie. It's in the wardrobe. You know, saying that I am even a bit beaky, car. You've seen me in the Bayern Munich shirt. You get me? Like, we're coming for Barcelona in Europa League. How you mean? We're coming for them, you know. We're coming for them. You see my team moving mad yesterday. As you know, I was born in Germany and that, my guy. I was born in Germany, born in France, born in England, born everywhere where I need to be born. Born everywhere. Oh, man. What else is going on in the world of football, man? Let me see what Sky Sports is saying. Leicester are confident Napoli game will go ahead. As you know, Leicester are suffering with a depleted squad, really and truly. Apparently, Thomas Frank has said Rico Henry should be considered for England, and he's playing all right, but it's a bit booky, really and truly. You know, there's bare left backs about. Apparently, a boy 15 years of age has been placed on an educational program after abusing Swansea City's young Dana on Instagram. And I'm sure you had some young man arrested by police or questioned by police for abusing Callum Robertson. Fair play, he's 15. You know, he's a young lad. You know, I just don't think somebody should be killed for what they have said or feel on at 15 years of age. You know, there should be education. You should be able to save a 15-year-old. If I'm looking at it on a cynical thing, I don't think you can educate him. But I think at 15 years of age, yeah, you're very immature. But if you're racially abusing people and doing all that nonsense, then it is what it is. And, you know, I can't lie. For this 15-year-old boy, any youths that is in his school, box him up. Because it's a coward thing. You're going on Instagram and moving mad. Just box him up. Give man a little slap. Tell him stop all of that stuff. Racism is cowardly, and there's always a thing, you know, these racists, they always do it in groups, or they pick on women, or, you know, for this 15-year-old lad, they do this social media thing. Oh, pussies, man. This season, Arsenal aren't in Europa. It actually looks competitive. Hey, which is why I'm happy, ecstatic. Well, you see the teams dropping into that. Brother, for Arsenal to get to, you know, for Arsenal to do their thing in the group stages, we'll get past the last 16. Obviously, there's more things. We'll get through them stages. We'll turn it around in the second legs, and then we buck a competent team like last year, and then it's all down the shitter. And certain strikers are missing chances, keepers are falling off, players are crumbling, all of these sorts of things. I'm not with it, my guy. I'm not with it. But you're right. There's some big teams dropping into the Europa League, as we discussed. Europa League action today as well, people. You've got some tasty games as well. I don't know why it's not letting me bring it up, so if you give me a sec. I think the draw for the Europa League and thingy is next week. If we look at who's through already, you know, confirmed winners. Oh, why is the screen not shared? You know, this is what the article said. Confirmed in the round of 16. You've got Leverkusen. Bearing in mind, you've got Barcelona, Dortmund, Sheriff, Zenit, and I'm probably missing out some, but you got teams dropping in from the Champions League. You know, group winners, Leverkusen, who've looked good. You've got Lyon, you've got Monaco, you've got West Ham United. Confirmed runners, confirmed in the knockout players, confirmed in the knockout playoffs. Group in brackets, group runners up / Champions League third place finishers: Rangers, Betis, Dortmund, Sheriff, and Zenit. Brackets transfer from the Champions League. Clinch the top two finish. You've got Lazio, Galatasaray, Olympiacos, and Frankfurt. Can also finish first: Napoli, Spartak Moscow, Midtjylland, Leicester. I believe that's Red Star and Braga. You know, teams that can finish second. You've got Zagreb, Gent, Legia Warsaw, PSV, and Sociedad. Boy, confirmed in UEFA Europa Conference League knockout playoffs. Third place. All right, teams swear down. Teams are dropping down into the Conference League. Spurs, you got competition still. Celtic and Fenerbahce. Come on, Mesut Ozil. Cannot finish in the top two. Can finish third. Oh well, it's been disastrous for Marseille, isn't it? Big up Marseille, as you know, Guendouzi and Saliba there, but you've got Lokomotiv, Marseille, Rapid Vienna, Sparta, and Brøndby. Bit political there, really and truly. So it is what it is where that game is concerned, all these games. I'm happy we're not in Europa League with them teams there, car. We'll crumble, man. You know, if I was an Arsenal fan, who would I fancy? For the romance, I'd fancy, you know, I think we should beat Leverkusen, but they'll give us some problems. West Ham, we can't face them. You know, Monaco, I think we take them. But I think, you know, Monaco away, Lyon away, Dortmund away, these Rangers away. These are the games would crumble. I'd say I'd love to play Betis if we was in it for Bellerin's there. You know, Dortmund, just because it would make me feel like we're in the Champions League again. But apart from that, it's meaty. Very, very meaty. People do not forget 11:30. We're over there on YouTube, people. I'm conscious of it's almost 11 o'clock as well, and I don't want you lot to miss out. So make sure you've hit the like button and all those things on that vid. Football Manager should be at 4 p.m. I'm considering starting earlier. I've got to do a couple things in my personal life, so unfortunately, you know, Ransom Matisse, I'm not going to be on their show for the last couple of Thursdays. I've had to do stuff, but I'm back next week. The Deadly Trio is back. So yeah, man, is what it is. You see, Arsenal got new drip on their website to pre-order. I can't lie to you. Don't kill me. I bought it still. I bought the shirt. I bought the tracksuit, bought the tracksuit top. I was gonna buy the bottoms, but they were looking like some boot cut thing, which I'm not on. So don't kill me, man. Bro, they say you're hiding. To be fair, how can I hide when Arsenal we've lost to Everton? You know, I survived last season. I was there last season. You know, you lot are harsh, man. Hide for what? I've never hide the noise front line. And are you mad? This is a Valhalla thing, man. But it will be nice to return if we win against Southampton. This not, we might have to postpone that, man. But yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Never hide the front line. I live in the real world, not like you teenage virgins. Check this shit. But anyways, people, I can't lie, man. You know, forgive me. I'm you know, I felt they got me. They got me, people. Don't be like me buying the merch. They got me in it. I'm trying to save you lot. It's too late for me. You lot do your thing, but you know, Arsenal, you know, we're just Drip FC in it, you know. Tell them man there, stop sending strays. We send it direct. Matisse, hey, big up Matisse, but don't send corn. Don't be. It's like when people lock off a rave, they're sending corn and they're not trying to aim at someone. They're hitting the girls and that. We send corn direct to a man's head background here. Allow it, fam. How many times have Arsenal had their backsides handed to them and I've still pulled off a Jose masterclass? Man, allow it. Shout out to Ransom Matisse, but if them niggas is moving like, oh shit. If them guys are moving like ops, you know where it is, innit? I throw up my A's, I crack my trays, you know where it is, man. Fuck all of that. Allow me, man. Anyways, allow me with this. It's wavy, people. I can't lie. It's all wavy. It's all wavy. It's all crazy wavy. I don't know why Saka's holding a dog there, but it's wavy. It's wavy. Like I said, the bottoms look a bit dead. You know, Nikita Parrish, she did well at hiding the drop, but they're looking like some boot cut things when you pre-teenies. So yeah, man. This shirt looks wavy, but I didn't get it. So Christmas, you might know what to get in it, guys and girls. PS4, Arsenal drip, a new studio makeover, green screen on all the walls. You don't know what to do in it. Bare presents. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The trousers, the bottoms look dead. Look at that. That's some Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels thing. I'm not really down for it. But don't be like me, innit? Don't be like me. They got me already. PS5. Man said 4 PS5. Of course they know their fan base, man. The best moment on that show was Reece James medals being taken. That was fuckery, man. I feel sorry for him, man. I hope he's got them things back, man. The merch is cold, bro. Cold. I need to see you in full Arsenal drip on your return. Bro, what's that? Man, so you get me? And Guten Tag and all them thing there. I don't know about that, bro. What? Oh, Arsenal, Premier League side. Oh, yeah. One of the first teams I started preying when I came to live in London. Oh, yeah. I hear you. They know their fan base, man. They know their fan base 100%. Saka with a dog. I don't know. You know, he's probably just aimed to make Saka look even more adorable. Allegedly, I don't know what the dog's doing there. The dog didn't even look like he wanted to take a picture. He got things to do, man. Little chilly. Maybe the dog's feeling the heat. Bro, who is DDG? That's the hair, blood. You need to take one of them D's out the name, blood. Like, who is DDG? Sounds like a cool guy, man. Last time I checked, I'm not a keeper, bro. Man's a right back on the field. Man's up front. You get me? Tell the man there. When you man are there, tell the man there stop throwing indirects. To return the DGs back. Don't throw indirects. Bring it direct in the streets. You get me? Man, don't do this fake driller thing. You get me? My guys like Smith roll, real double barrel shotguns that we roll with. None of them fake booters like Hudson Odoi and them thing there. We do this. Saka or Smith roll, who has the highest ceiling? Oi. Difficult, blood. Difficult, fam. Because a part of me feels Smith roll. A part of me feels Saka's always been discounted. So Saka. I start with Martinelli. No, I'm gassing. Saka, I see free thing. But apart from that, Did we discuss the Greenwood goal? We've been down that route. Good finish from the lad. Best finisher at United. I'm saying that to be well, I know they've got Cristiano Ronaldo and Cavani, so I don't really feel comfortable saying that, but I do think he is. That man couldn't finish like him at that age. Personally, Smith Rowe has a high ceiling, but I'm just happy they're both here. The problem is, they're both naive young men right now. I'm playing for Arsenal in the Premier League, kicking ball for England. The minute them man have played in the Premier League and stop being naive kids and they think, how do I kick on to the next level? And they look left at Arteta, they look right at the club, they look at, they look behind them and see the duds of the players, man are going to say, I need to keep it moving. I need to keep it stepping. There's other things I need to do. Football blacklist celebrations, but how I was in, I can't lie. I think that I'm still vexed about that. Really, not that I care about awards, but I can't lie. That 30 under 30 list for football blacklist 2020, when there's YouTubers and all these things and industry people, how on earth was I not on that? Where I'm not belittling anyone's journey. When I looked at that list of 30 people, there's people that ain't been in the game, been grinding as much as me. It feels like people are voting for their friends. And if you're an industry whore, you're there, innit? Really, realistically. How I wasn't on that, I don't know. But it is what it is. I feel like Lewandowski, personally, with the Ballon d'Or in 2020. Like, what gone for this thing? It's a disgrace, but man's got the streets. I don't need none of that, man. Who's Callum Hudson-Odoi? Is that footballer? I know Greenwood, I know Foden, I know Saka, I know Smith Rowe. Is that the youth that got gassed up after turning it on against Malmo and that? Norwich, bottom of the league at the time. Who's Hudson-Odoi? Who's that? Best performance, what? Getting locked out his yard or something? I don't know them, man. There. Who's that? Who's that? I don't know them, man. There, but that footballer must be. Oh, that's the youth that they says the best talent out of Cobham has done fuck all in the Prem. Fucking hell, blood. I'm too easy at this, man. Wait. See. Yeah, autocorrect knew you was chatting shit at. I bet you if you was telling the truth about Hudson-Odoi, there'd have been none of that. We're talking about actually footballers. We're not talking about them influencer duns. You lot make me want to get onto Hudson-Odoi. He's such a great player, but he's an easy target. Chelsea fans so sensitive. I'd be too. 1v1 speed demon and that. Big up footy chats. Yeah, man. What else is going on in the world of football, man? One love to you lot. You lot make this what it is. What was I doing? That's not Sky Sports. Is there any other emerging headlines? As I said, sadly, more racist abuse on the net. God, the beat. Not really. There's been more, football's police chief has said we don't need more alcohol at games. You mean English society doesn't need more alcohol-infused things, This country has a problem with alcohol, even if they want to admit it or not. They have a problem with alcohol, have a problem with mob mentality, people getting licked and just doing this hooligan thing. But it is what it is, man. Yandana of Swansea, Callum Robertson. Every day, a new player is getting abused on the net, on the socials, man. It's quite sad. And it's just for me, it's called people just doing the pussy old thing. Like, obviously, I don't advocate racism, but I do advocate, I do advocate owning your truth, innit? Like, obviously, racism is bad, but at least if you were, if you're saying it to a man's face, I could not respect it, but at least you're back in your chat. Man are going on the net. Probably, 50-year-old men are probably disguising themselves as 13-year-old women, little girls, which is crazy in itself, and going in these guys' DMs and talking nonsense. It's that sort of scared thing I don't like. And more time, half of these people abusing these footballers at whatever level. If they see them in the street, they're the first ones asking for a picture. And that was what would make me power as a footballer. I'm pretty sure there must have been times these men have taken a picture with a footballer. They've gone home. That same guy that's taken a picture as probably, or girl, is just abusing them and moving mad. And it probably makes you paro, car. Who do you trust? Say it with your chest. That's it. Like, I don't respect the racist thing, but say it with your chest, man. DJ, I just ordered the jersey. After me telling you, lot, don't be like, man, it's too late for man. Fair enough. Bear man get drunk at games and blame drink when they do the mad thing. Exactly. And it's not even just games, it's society, Christmas parties, you know, bank holiday, every night out in anywhere. Man get licked and start carrying on and moving mad. You know, how many times I've been in workplaces, oh, mate, you wouldn't have believed that I was drunk, I got fucking licked off my head, and then my fucking head got kicked off on the train, got knocked spark out. Them man, they love getting licked and getting beaten up. Have you noticed? I'm sure you've been in the workplace. They love telling you their stories, how they got banged in the face, he cracked me spark, oh, my nose is broken, fucking hell, geez, you should have been there, you know, had a bit of gear, and all that stuff, like, bro, like, it's mad, fam, like, it's mad. It's really mad. Joe, Fight Club thing, and half of them cover fight blood. Like, that's the thing. They're just pussios. It's just a bravery thing when there's the mobs. When they're on their ones, hella humble, speak hella respectfully. And more time when it's the mobs, they're picking on women, they're picking on the elderly, they're picking on man that can't do nothing to them. Like, the minute it's someone that can chuck it back, they're not on it. This is why I say these racist people, they're not idiots, they're smart. They know what they're doing in all aspects of the word, people. It's crazy, man. Fam, I got bare stories working HRC, you know, exactly. Bro, I've walked in on, I've told you lot before, I've walked in from party, but at work parties, I've walked into the toilet. What are you saying, mate? You all right? Like, do you want some? Like, brother, hello. I'm offended that you thought that man's here to do that with you. Like, what's going on? I came to piss, bro. You can do your Charlie. I ain't seen that, and I ain't no snitch, but just know you as the man, as my manager, you got to fix up every way you speak to me now. I ain't no snitch, but you got to make sure you never piss me off, because I know you're a crackhead now, innit? Or cokehead, whatever you want to call it, just fucking nitty, whatever you want to be, blood. But we're going left, right, center with this, people. It's been a fantastic hour or so. I'm going to let you lot get out of here only because, you know, I'm going to prepare. I need to put the tags in. I need to, you know, do the little promo. Make sure everybody knows. Obviously, after this, we're heading to speak Arsenal, innit? It's an Arsenal. It's time to speak Arsenal, really and truly. You know, Wijnaldum's been linked with the club. I wonder if this is meant to be. You know, that's quite the fall from grace from Wijnaldum, if I'm honest with you. But I would take him at the club. So on that note, I'm going to let you lot get out of here. Make sure you've done up that one, people. Make sure you've set your reminders, and I should see you in 24 minutes, people. So, yeah, man, it's been a good one. As usual, you lot stay blessed, stay safe. Most importantly is health. Stay in good health, mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, all of that. Also, make sure, you know, you're having a week to remember. You know, you're achieving your goals, hopes, dreams, and aspirations. And if you're not, what are we living for? You need to check yourself, especially as it's the end of the year, people. It is what it is. On that note, you lot stay blessed, stay safe. You lot, again, I'm going to be here tomorrow, 10 a.m. same time. We'll preview the Premier League games to come, and we'll talk about from now till then whatever questions you lot come with them, but whatever football talking points emerge in it. So is what it is. Shout out the Kenyans, man, crazy. Shout out you lot, man. But on that note, it's time to keep it moving, people. Stay blessed, stay safe. See you in a piece.
I think it's like